recipient of the 2019 Global Diabetes Impact Sparling Achievement Award, Kerri Sparling.
As we gather together to recognize the power of the diabetes community, we must acknowledge a very special person who made sharing a diabetes lifestyle popular. The recipient of our first Global Diabetes Impact Achievement Award, Kerri Sparling. Author of the well-loved blog 6 Until Me, Kerri has touched the hearts of countless people living with diabetes through humor, vulnerability, and authenticity. Her defining voice has led the way for diabetes influencers to share their stories. Thank you, Kerri, for being a friend to all of us.
Kerri grew up in Rhode Island, a childhood filled with carousels, fishing, dribble sandcastles, and winter snow. In September of 1986, at the age of 7, just before starting second grade, Kerri was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Her bold and independent spirit, along with the loving dedication from her parents, brother, sister, and close friends, helped her navigate the inevitable challenges of a diabetic lifestyle. But apart from her time at the Clara Barton Camp for Diabetic Girls, Kerri didn't know anyone else living with diabetes. In May 2005, following a suggestion from her then boyfriend and now husband, she began her blog, 6 Until Me, in hopes of finding and connecting to others with diabetes. Kerri's extraordinary ability to share her heartwarming and hilariously relatable stories compelled others to comment and create conversations, helping to establish a diabetes online community. As her blog continued to grow, Kerri became an iconic leader, speaking and advocating internationally from a patient's perspective and raising awareness for the influence of social media on health outcomes. Now an author, board member for the Children with Diabetes organization, and perhaps her most important role as a mother, she has much to be proud of. Kerri Sparling is a trailblazer in the diabetes community. We are grateful for her contributions and are honored to follow her trail, even if it's sprinkled with test strips.
Kerri, you are a treasure. Thank you for being such a special resource for all of us who are looking for a guide and a friend. Because of your dedication to our community, we will honor your legacy by naming this award after you. The Global Diabetes Impact Award will now be known as the Sparling Achievement Award. A big thank you to Tandem Diabetes Care, who made it possible for Kerri to be here tonight. And before I call her up to the stage, Kerri, I have to share a note that we found for you outside of your hotel room. And this is very different than the one that was left by a mean girl in your 5th grade locker. It says, "Dear Kerri, the dynamite diabetic, everyone likes you. We've made a whole club about how we love you. It's called the We Love Diabetics Club. And we love you. I'm honored to present the recipient of the Global Diabetes Impact Sparling Achievement Award, Kerri Sparling." So I'm not a very emotional person. Actually, Chris, don't tell me, I'm kind of emotional, but I didn't expect to feel very teary, and I do feel very teary, but I wanted to read from this because there are some points that I wanted to make sure that I hit, so just bear with me for a second or two. But the diabetes community has been around for a very, very long time. And I wanted to run through a very quick history of the diabetes online community. You ready? You're taking notes? This is a very serious time. So the first mention of the diabetes online community was from a Usenet board system that launched in 1980 called diabetes.misc.health. Did you know that Usenet existed? Because I didn't. This was developed the year after I was born. So this is kind of mind-blowing. But we've been here for a long time. There was a message board that started in 1992 on CompuServe's Atari forum called the Diabetes and Hypoglycemia Forum, and it talked about hypo-unawareness, and this grew into a full forum by 1994. And in 1995, sites like childrenwithdiabetes.com, Diabetes Monitor, David Mendoza's site, and the Diabetes Knowledge Base came online. And then there were search engines, and formal blogging platforms were created, and people found one another, right? And they found their community, they found their tribe, and they found their family. So you and I, we stand here, this diabetes online community, our diabetes online community, on the shoulders of digital giants who paved the path for us that we are currently walking now. And that is an amazing thing to think about, how long that this has been in progress. I started Sticks Until Me in 2005, so I'm older than like a lot of you. But joining a few other bloggers, and immediately felt those feelings of diabetes-related isolation and loneliness like just disappear. I found people who got it, who understood what it was like to wake up in the middle of the night and chug a juice box with desperation. You've all been there, right? Or when you see that 100 milligrams per deciliter on your meter and you feel like you won some weird prize that nobody outside of this community understands. Or what it's like to live with the prepositional phrase of with diabetes dangling off of so much of your life, and how as a community we make that okay. So finding a community like this has been seriously the best thing that's happened to me since insulin, which is kind of a big thing. So a huge thank you to team at Myabetic and to my kids who think that all moms wear robot parts, which I think is very cool, and to my husband whose idea was in the first place for me to start a blog. So thanks, Chris. And to you guys for being here, right? For being here and celebrating and making diabetes a journey that we are all on together. So thank you guys very much for this incredible honor. And I will not cry because I had my makeup done. So thank you.